walls in China. Ugh. Take that, CIA.
What a weak plot point. That's Michael Bay for you. Alright, I think it's obvious that we just saw Transformers 4. And before we start, I would like to just make a point that if you're watching this, you've probably already seen all the other reviews where everybody just talks so much about how it's a disgraceful cinematic abomination, which it is. However, the audience is mainly made up of teenage boys. So for us, teenage boys, yes, it's up to us to be the voice of reason and common sense.
If you're watching this, you probably haven't seen the movie, because if you've seen the movie, you're probably crying in a dark room.
Like we were. But yeah, then we decided to wise up and make this review.
Just kidding.
I wasn't, hey, we gotta review this like teenage boys, okay? Because all the critics...
There was a hot girl in it.
Oh,
Girl.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
explosions and cool cars that I don't know the name of because I'm just a teenage boy. Just kidding, I know.
Yeah, we're experts. We're actually smart. We point out
We
everything.
watch Top Gear.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should probably get to the movie.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah,
It's like Michael Bay
the
directed
plot.
This review.
All right. So you know the plot by now. I thought this was when I first heard what this movie was going to be about, I thought it was a really, really cool sounding plot because the Autobots, you know, they aren't with the military or anything. You know, they're on their own, and the humans are trying to kill them. They're trying to eradicate them and get them off their planet by killing them. And there's about right at the beginning, there's a little plot point that I don't want to spoil. So that's pretty much all you need to know. And it's just basic Transformers. You know the drill by now.
You've seen the third one. You've seen this one.
Yes. Yeah. Well.
Sort of
Basically, yeah. I mean, to a teenage boy, it's not really. It's a completely different movie, but to everybody else, it's the same. And there's also Dinobots in there for a couple minutes.
Yeah, it's like at the very, very end.
And if
they don't even do that much.
If you want to think it's Grimlock, it's not. You could say it's Grimlock, but it's never called Grimlock, and it's probably not Grimlock.
They don't speak. They don't call him Grimlock. Optimus rides him. Yeah, all the logic is there to not call him Grimlock. All right, so what do we think?
But
what do we think?
I thought it was absolutely terrible. Just like all you guys, I thought it was absolutely terrible. But unlike you guys, I did not enjoy the film one bit.
Yeah, see,
it was bad, but lots of reviews I've seen, it made me. I thought I was gonna be bored during the movie. I was never bored. I never thought it was too long. It wasn't good, but I was never bored, so that's good. I've never actually been bored in a movie theater. I've been bored like other movies and other books, but never in a movie theater.
Yeah, so since you've seen all of the other really critical reviews, the point I'm trying to make in this review is if you are the appropriate audience for a Transformers movie, just a teenage boy, you'll enjoy yourself. I mean, I saw a bunch of critics' reviews that just trashed on the movie, and I wanted to trash on it too, obviously. But since I'm a teenage boy, I can't deny the fact that I did enjoy myself in the movie. There's more cool stuff than I thought there would be, you know. I thought I would just get bored, and the fact that it's 2 hours and 45 minutes long, it didn't get boring.
I didn't know.
No, it's a lot of people will. We didn't because we watch a bunch of reviews, and the idea got into our head that it's way too long, and because we were prepared for that, like Godzilla not being in the Godzilla film that much, because we were prepared for it, we weren't really affected by the film, whether or not the film was any good. So yeah, what else?
Agreed.
The idiotic dialogue was what really did it in for me. It was terrible.
Like we've said in other episodes, like Godzilla, how great can the third act be? Quicksilver, how cool can his scene be? Dialogue, how dreadful can the dialogue be? It is dreadful. Like, there's moments where we just looked at each other.
Maybe so angry.
Like, why? Optimus Prime would never say that. The only reason he said that is because...
Script.
Michael Bay.
Script. No, not Michael Bay. The writer. The writer. I mean, there was a moment where one of the villains, the Autobots were just doing their thing, and then one of the villains, who wasn't locked down, he was just another villain, who I hated because he just didn't do anything at all. He just walked around and he said, "No, they are ruining everything." That's an important point to make, by the way. Guys, Michael Bay is not a bad director. I just want to put that out there. I mean, yes, his film style is racist and perverted and can get really tiring. But visually, you can't fault these movies. I mean, the effects, they were good. What'd you think?
For the most part. There's a few times when, shall we say, Birdemic, the people that did the visual effects of Birdemic, teamed up with Sharknado and just took over Transformers 4 for a day, because there's some dreadful visual effects. But for the most part, they were cool. All the cars in Transformers, they look cool. Like their car counterpart looks like their Transformer counterpart, and all the cars are cool. I love the new cast of Transformers for their cars. I mean, they're good. They're okay. Like, I love the Corvette, the Bugatti, the Lambo.
Now get more into this, because this is how we need to review the movie, because we're teenage boys. We need to review the movie like a teenage boy. Dude, like,
there's this one red car that went fast, but then there's another black car that went fast, and a green car went fast too right next to them.
And there's one old car.
And there was a big car,
an old car
and a smaller car.
And it changed into a newer car.
Yeah, newer car.
And then sometimes they just went, like, zoom, but sometimes they, like, zoomed into Transformer mode.
Yeah.
And then there was that girl the whole time, too.
So
it was like explosions and stuff.
And girls.
What more could you want?
But then I just checked my
phone. In the
military,
man. Oh my gosh, the military was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys do that so well. I can't fake that. Yeah, I can't fake that. But I will.
We tap into our inner stupid teenage boy.
Yeah, I can't do that. That was a really empowering moment for me, and it was really cocky. Okay, let's get off that. Yeah. So, as the voice of reason, what do you need to say to teenage boys?
You will enjoy this movie, and you will be mindlessly entertained as your corneas are pleased with carnage and wanton destruction.
And you will keep funding Michael Bay's very cheesy movies.
But his noble crusade against visual
effects. He's contributed at the box office.
What's a box office?
Well, how else are we gonna see it? How else are we gonna see it and see that it's terrible? I mean, we have to know for sure.
Yes, we do. Say hi, Blake. We need a cameo. We need a cameo.
Cameo time.
We need a cameo in all of our reviews. Okay, let's not get it out of hand here.
CIA.
It's not. Don't you? Oh,
I meant to miss. I'm trying. Get back to the review. Get
if
back
Michael
to the review. Don't lose the viewers.
There would be like
explosions every time the football.
Don't leave. We're still talking. We're still talking about the movie. We're still talking about the movie, guys. We're still talking about the movie. We're still talking about the movie.
Hold on to it. Okay. The movie leaves you with lots of questions.
That was teenage boyisms.
Like why did that happen? How'd they end up here? Why is he like that? There's times when I just turn to Ben and I'm just like, what? Or why? How? But I mean, their characters, some of them were like, they're fun. That's, I guess, the best way to explain it. For me, I had fun watching it. The characters, I mean, they're not like, oh, that was, did you see Bumblebee? It's like Heath Ledger's Joker right there. No, they were fun, but they weren't that great. But I guess that's kind of what Transformers is all about, like a fun time. That's Michael Bay.
And in the process of staying positive, the humor is toned down a lot. I liked the lack of parents.
There's one guy who's gonna be hit or miss in the beginning. He had a few funny ones.
I liked him. He's the T.J. Miller guy.
I didn't like
the one guy.
He's a good comedian.
The glasses businessman guy who actually liked his character because he was all like, I am
Stanley Tucci's guy.
Yeah,
I didn't like.
I liked him like that.
I didn't like him either.
I like his at first the way he's like, I own a multi-billion-dollar business. I'm the future. I'm smart. Failure is not an option. But then later in the movie, they just reduced him and degenerated him to a milk guzzling.
Product placements are terrible.
Yeah, like Asian milk.
There's like a bunch of like Coors Light stuff, and there's like, and then Hasbro even like they even advertise their own property. Like they had like a reference in here. I can't say, but it's
Transformers.
It's completely
General
ridiculous. That's all I have to say. Oh yeah, and also there's a bunch of Chevy.
Who cares? I love
there, of course.
And Bugatti, and the Lambo, and everything.
Yeah.
I wonder how much do they get paid for being in there. Do they get paid?
If you just dumb yourself down this whole movie, you'll have fun, because that's what I did. There are some moments that I know teenage boys who like Optimus Prime will just go like that, because there are some good moments. So the Dinobots. This is a big part of the trailers. In the movie, it was just, it was exactly what I expected. And what I expected was, let's say this movie were exactly like Transformers Dark of the Moon. What I expected was the plot to go along exactly how it does in Transformers 3, and then right at the scene where you think the Autobots are dead, right when they come back and save Sam and shoot down the ships and everything, right when they come back, I pictured Optimus being like, "Oh god, that's a lot of Decepticons. Hey, there's some Dinobots over here. Can we get them?" And so then they come in, and then the fight goes on exactly how it would, except with Dinobots. And that's exactly how it was. You know, this isn't a Dinobot movie, despite the title being called Age of Extinction. And we all thought that he'd be called Grimlock, but he wasn't. I think we established that. Yeah, so it isn't a Dinobot movie. Don't expect that. So yeah, this movie is exactly what you expect. With a few good moments, it's the same. More of the same. So, are we done? Are we ready to give it a review?
Yeah, I think so. I think we touched on just about everything we talked about over dinner. Remember?
Yeah, we had to talk about this film. We had a lot of people. We had a lot of people who hate it. We had a lot of people who hated it. That was me. I enjoyed it, but I hated it. But I didn't.
Most of the conversation
It's hard to talk about this because it's just.
Well, how did that happen?
Because it can be fun, but you just can't deny that it was just a really bad movie. But it's better than the second one. We know that for a fact. And in some ways, I did like it better.
I like it more than third overall.
Yeah.
Like, I like it more. It may not be better.
It wasn't as good as the first one. The first one wasn't a good film either. It was okay because it was different and it had its own unique touches. But over time, it got to more of the same thing. So that's why the films haven't gotten good reviews from anybody. But with a few refreshing touches, this film was better than the last two. So that's
fresh. This franchise has entered the age of extinction.
Yeah. So in our last couple of reviews, every time I try to explain our rating system, I compare it to a Transformers movie. I think that's because this rating system that we use is made for teenage boys reviewing a Transformers film. So, ready to, review
it? Movies. I don't know if I can count to 10, but I like the movie.
All right, theoretical rating and personal rating. Who wants to go first?
Oh, this is not Teenage Boy. Us. This is us.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go. Okay. Well, my personal rating, I would give it a 1 because I absolutely hated it. There was nothing good about it, in my opinion.
You haven't. Okay, I'm not gonna argue, but there's some
personal.
I know, but there are just worse movies out there. There are way worse movies out there.
Yeah.
When you find a movie that is worse than this, what are you gonna give it?
I don't know. Well, for now, I haven't seen that, so for now I'm just basing it off this movie, what I've seen.
All right, all
theoretical.
And then theoretical, I would give it a 3 out of 10, I guess, because I'm giving it more because the special effects were good most of the time. Sometimes there were a few spots where the CGI was just terrible, like you said, but and then of course there's Mark Wahlberg.
Step up over Shia LaBeouf.
Yes,
definitely.
Yeah, all those.
His
bad
character. They should have left more of him out. Maybe, I don't know. Humans kind of do too much. I do like that humans are in it some. Like, the movie should always have some human, but really they need to tone it down.
The Autobots can be main characters. There is an alternate universe where we make Transformers films, and the Autobots are actually the characters with teenage daughter problems and all that. They can go. Well, not actually. That's a joke.
And lasers.
Yeah.
But okay, for me,
don't say your theoretical rating if you give it a 3.
What?
Don't say the theoretical rating if you give it a 3.
But
are you not?
No, that's okay. I was gonna give the theoretical rating a 3.
Yeah, see, that's what everybody's doing. I'm giving it a 3.
But my personally, I'm gonna put it at a 5 because I had fun. There were some funny moments. There's characters I like. It was cool. I like cars. Cars are cool. Explosions are cool. There's a few parts where the music was actually kind of cool.
I like Steve Jablonsky. I like the music.
So yeah.
The soundtrack of the third one got me more during the movie, but I haven't listened to the soundtrack yet. I don't think it's out yet, but I think it'll be good. Okay, so for me, we all gave it a theoretical rating of 3, so this is kind of the line, and it just kind of shows how much you like the film. And I have no trouble giving this a 6 out of 10 for my personal rating, because absolutely, personally, I enjoyed myself, and that's really the whole point of a movie, is simply to entertain. Now, they can do extra things. They can, teach you life lessons, and they can motivate you. They can tell you that there's nothing bad about life, that you can't overcome, all these crazy messages.
That's why stories were invented.
Yeah, Transformers has none of that, but I enjoy myself. That is the whole. This is the whole point of my rating system, personal and theoretical. Ooh. So I can just get it out of my system that I enjoyed myself, and I will pass it 6 out of 10.
I don't know. I kind of like the whole. The mistakes can be your greatest.
Yeah, it had some good.
I kind of like that. Yeah, it's so bad. And like once you see, you're like, Optimus. Did you just say that about Bumblebee? But I don't know. I like. Yeah. There's kind of good, but whatever.
Yeah, it had some good stuff about it. Honestly, if you're gonna go see this film, I don't know what to tell you. It depends on how excited you actually
Expect along, just have fun, and don't be like. This better be like Inception plus Gravity visual effects.
Yeah.
Plus specific work.
If you enjoyed the last films, the last films, go see it.
Well, I think if you're smart, you'll know what you're getting into because it's a Michael Bay film.
All right, let's probably wrap this up.
All right, so yeah, goodbye. Aim for average.